Okay, so today's video is on Tejo in VCT and in the pro scene as a whole. I've compiled a bunch of clips and that's going to be played from now on, and you'll just sort of see the combinations that you can do with Tejo and other characters, and I hope it's a kind of like a learning experience on how to play Tejo, and it's also just really insane to watch how Tejo is kind of changing the pro scene right now. So let's get into it.
Both Tejos just one orb away from Armageddon's Boostio, close to that Rolling Thunder as well, so you have to keep your attention paid to that.
Wild to be in the mid with the gate crash. Second wants a bit of this. Falls back, but John, what a catch. Asta tried to back away in to those salvos.
Those missiles are just so well played.
Time for 100 Thieves. Send doubled back, now still want to hit B. Final line's going to catch Xander. This is going to be ugly. He's got no choice, and that's John with a second guided salvo killed this round. That is one where that came from. Here comes the Armageddon. 100 Thieves have to hop step away from this one. What is going on? Raid with the catch, the aftershock.
10 seconds left.
That's not the Boostio. Guy is shell-shocked. What is going on?
And down he goes, and not just him, but all of the TAC FPS old heads. They too are shell-shocked at what we're seeing on screen.
Listen, where I come from, that's a normal Tuesday, bro. That is a normal Tuesday.
3 utility kills in the round. Asuna, I mean, look at this. He's getting full line, he's flashed. He's either walking forward into a missile or backwards into it.
Look at that,
John into the salvo.
John clicks the map good.
And then the aftershock sinks with the Armageddon.
Bad weaponry. They are going into Bang though as the Guardian, and John's going to be baiting for it.
Holding it up and holding it down. Bang Guardian straight through the wall. Bullet's not going to be caring about that business.
Trent took damage from that. Actually, Trent and Valen both took damage from that. It's a nice little trap play.
Nats is still lurking around, but they need a miracle.
Look at the ults, look at everything. There's nothing that sits in their favor right now. Stuck within the site, the salvo leaves them with nowhere left to sit. And it is so clean from Team Vitality. I don't even think half the players, in fact all of them, but Durka didn't even take a single point of damage.
Hills and a map on Sen.
So they threw
and then
the
they
bag at
signed him, and then they gave him a blank check.
Dangerous and he's in trouble. Asuna pushes ahead of that. Great little defensive pop there from 100 Thieves.
And that is the kind of awesome play we're going to see with the comp that 100 Thieves have. If you just look at the utility down the line with these agents, everything syncs up together, whether that's the slows and the grav wells with any amount of EU's utility, all of those explosives. This is the definition of abilities don't kill in Project A. It's
all about the gunplay.
At your disposal, G2 gain access to the site, gain access to the plan, a renewal into the round in terms of that time.
But this is going to be a very tough post plan. You're holding on against Yoruworld, second sees everybody, and John has his ult. They need to rely on Jorg finding a good timing through the pit in mid, and Zelsus has got the watch on.
Decade, it's being watched for, and Jorg somehow wins that fight out.
How did Jorg win that?
And with that, Thorn into their side with a TP reposition once more, but the Armageddon is a problem. TP again, step forwards, and John has dealt with him. He was a pesky problem, Jorg. One less thing to worry about still. This is where it gets tight. Thick and heavy in terms of what's being laid down onto this side. Second side step, Happy Feet in the process. Snap to the side. A stun connects, and Trent is firing off.
He stood right next to an opponent. Now, without that opener, without that success they had last time, they have got to try and get past 3, make that 4 within this A site.
Yeah, EBS is going to need to give me a replay of that Yoru ult. That was a blunder and a half.
It's done.
Killjoy ult comes into play. 17 seconds on the clock. Well, are you going to stick that plan? Oh, apparently you're going to try. You're going to try your damnedest. That is a tight margin. I don't know if you've got that just about. One player detained, though. And he ain't going to be doing anything with Profect. 4 opponents, and he swings out from Art. You know what? They're not falling for that one again. In fire, 5 opponents eliminated, back to back. Elimination matches, and they won them all. And that gives you a little extra twang to your gameplay. Straight up aggression. Another round where all the defenders do is attack. Vitality left to take the stinger out. This one has gotta hurt. 5-1 down. Rifles coming out though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like this round as one that we've seen before, like this setup where you have them completely trapped in the backlines by the Tejo annihilation plus sending through those extra guided salvo to leave the corners clear. They push up alongside it. But for Vitality, that was a round where, okay, if they do them to you in a buy round, you're losing your head.
Love this response. It feels way more all-in. You don't want to be doing kind of splits when there's an op up against you, because it just gives those opportunities for those picks to come in. So going for an all-in site hit is far preferable, but we are seeing some of these big ults here that can force these players out of those positions. So caught in no man's land, it's a double! Darker with both forces them forward to the Armageddon, and they were waiting in the wings. Now, luckily enough, there is still chance on that. And here's the start of it. There's the stun coming through.
That's a nice little breach Tejo ranked combo.
Oh, he almost got two of them as well. If Adder couldn't have TP'd there, that could have been two off the rip.
That is the power of the breach and the Tejo. I'm going to keep banging on about it, but the breach Tejo, I think, is the absolute correct read right now in this meta, and I don't think there's enough teams running it, and I think Team Liquid are onto something. They maybe didn't get it enough of the map pool for my liking, but, you know, good start.
Right, like there is a brawl to be had on this. They can't sit passively towards tower. This forces them a little bit further forward. I do want to see how they deal with this on the other side. The molly's there. There's no backing away from it now, and it's going to be. Rien's died there. Okay, but what just happened? I'm baffled as to what just went down.
The molly was in tower. The Tejo salvos came in. The only approach he had was to jump out, and he's fell to his death. But it was a good bait for Mini Boop.
Yeah. Fortunately, it actually all works out okay. Kiko left in a 1v4. Love you, observers. You're on my side. That's what I'm saying. And here it is. Let's watch this one back. Yeah, I guess it went. Nowhere to go, man.
The bait was...
it kind of worked.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, I guess.
There's a challenge occurring out towards it. Now getting a bit of a run on and a bit of a move on. Nade at that. Rebounding towards the back. Kiko finds it. Bulldog in hand. Nobody. Short work. Made of camo up towards heaven. Snappy. Kiko will attempt to make do with what he's given into the round, but it's absolute shreds. It's scraps. You've got 9 seconds left, and you are tiptoeing around the side, son. It's a bonus round converted here for EDG. Lights out so far in this half.
Yeah, they're looking so good.
From Tejo being thrown out, rolling Thunderknot coming in from the attack side. This is where Sentinels want to start to close the grip around the neck of the Thieves. The Boostio drops down. He's been so hard to catch. He's able to find himself a 1-for-1. No plant quite yet. Bang! He knew something was coming there in that corner. And it's up to Zen to try and slow this up further. Sentinels here with seconds to go. Cryo's able to find Zels. Oh, the spike! The car planted, and Cryo laughing his way to the bank.
And this is the danger of the clock being run so low in these rounds. 100 Thieves defensively are working the map well. They're stacking the sites at the right time. There were pieces of utility earlier on, around that 30-40 second mark, like the stealth drone, for example, that just puts Sen on halt because they all get spotted out. Then when it comes down to actually needing to plant the spike, they can't do it because there's still the explosives coming in. Makes the situation so difficult.